Hello, welcome to class. My name is Gladys. I'm your pattern drafting teacher. In this video, you'll learn how to draft a 6-panel gore blouse. If this is what you are interested in, let's get started. To begin, draft a basic bodice hip length. Here, the shoulder dart is transferred to the other arm in order to have a plain shoulder section. To create a panel line, measure the shoulder line on pattern and get the midpoint. And on the midpoint, rule a straight line to the bust point. Connect the waist dart and the other arm dart to the bust point as well. To complete the panel line, extend the line from the dart apex below the waist to the hip level as shown. On the panel line, measure and mark 6 inches above the bust point. This is the over bust level on which the neckline is drawn. And on that point, mark ½ inch left and right. After which, come down to the chest line and mark 1 inch above it. Connect the sweetheart neckline as shown. And after connecting the sweetheart neckline, rule a straight line from that point to the bust point. This is the contour line of the neckline. And on the left, also connect a straight line to the bust point. Mark 2 inches in from the shoulder point as the shoulder width of the draft. Rule a line to the over bust tightening below. And with this, the neckline is drawn. Measure and mark 1 inch beyond the center front for the button stud feature. This is just a design and will not have actual opening at the center front. Connect to the existing neckline as shown. Go ahead and mark the position of each button on the button stud. Now the back pattern. Roll the back panel line from the shoulder dart apex to the waistline down to the hem line. Measure and mark back shoulder width same as front shoulder width. Complete the panel line as shown. Measure 6 inches below the base of the neckline and on that level, rule a new rectangular neckline to join the side panel. On the center back, contour the new neckline. To do this, measure the value of the slanted center back and transfer the same on the over bust point. And on that level, rule a straight panel line down to the slanted center back. And with this, the side panel and the center back panel are created. Mark 1/4 inch below the shoulder line back and front for a new shoulder seam. This is done to avoid neckline gaping. With this, it is safe to cut out the pattern pieces. To create the gores, place each pattern pieces on another piece of paper and extend the line beyond the existing hemline. Here I'm starting with the center front panel. After ruling a line beyond the hem, go ahead and mark 1½ inches on that line. After which, rule a straight line from the waist level down to the hip level on the newly marked point. Complete the line as shown. Measure what you have on the waist to the hem on the panel line. Mark the same on the gore line as well and curve in the hem. With this, you have a well-rounded hemline. Also place the side panel on another piece of paper and extend the hemline. Mark 1½ inches on the side seam and also on the middle seam. Rule a straight line from the waist level to the newly marked hemline, left and right on the panel pieces. After which, curve in the hem same as was done on the middle piece. Go ahead and cut it out. The side front pattern has gore left and right. Now set this aside and also place the side back pattern on another piece of paper. Extend the hem as well. Mark 1.5 inches left and right on the pattern. Connect from the waistline to that level. Also, ensure to contour the hem of each gore, same as was done on the front panel pieces. After which, also go ahead and cut it out. Place the center back pattern on another piece of paper as well. Extend a line beyond the hemline and mark 1.5 inches on that line only on the middle piece. After which, connect to the waist level, blend the hemline and cut it out. With this, the pattern pieces all have gauze and they are ready to be transferred to fabric. When transferring to fabric, ensure to add your sewing allowances since all patterns are drafted without sewing allowances. And that will be all for this particular project. See you in my next class. Bye.